A group of East London school children are fighting plans for 3 concrete factories to be built in the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. The teenagers have joined a local campaign against the proposals, which they claim will cause air pollution and threaten the legacy of the Games. Amelia Papadopoulos has this report.
Well, it's no secret that air quality in London is a huge problem, but here in Stratford it could get a lot worse if proposals for a concrete factory near the Olympic Stadium go ahead. Now that site happens to be near School 21 where we are now, and the pupils here are so concerned it could affect them that they've decided to fight against it. They've started a petition that has more than 11,000 signatures, and they're also using maths to find out how bad the pollution potentially could be. Now Mr. Judge is in charge of all of that. He's the maths teacher here. Could you just tell us what's this all about? What are you looking at here?
So we're using a algebraic model called the Gaussian plume model, and we are using this to try and understand the effects of if you have some stuff being pumped out of a chimney and then it floats out over the local environment. How is that being spread?
If we just move up here, Rochelle is working on her graph, and you're going to show us what it's all about. It all looks very, very difficult, but what does this do?
The graph here that you can see is that the more the pollution that is produced is the higher concentration that we breathe in.
And you guys are hoping that all your research will do good?
Yeah, we're just hoping that we can get it out there and get people to understand that it's going to be bad for your health, and people in Newham it's going to affect them, so it's going to be really bad.
Thank you very much. It all sounds very impressive. Now the proposals for the factories haven't actually gone ahead yet, and there's been a lot of local oppositions, but these Year 9s are hoping all their hard work and research could put a stop to it.
Amelia Papadopoulos reporting there, and as yet we've had no response from the companies involved.
On BBC London News tonight, as key Brexit negotiations loom, one of Britain's oldest institutions tells us why its global heart will still be in London. Next tonight, the group of school children fighting proposals to build concrete factories on the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. They believe that despite the benefits of creating new jobs, air quality would be destroyed. And as Amelia Papadopoulos reports, they're using their skills from the classroom to try to prove their point.
You have a really short chimney compared to a really tall chimney. Where's the pollution going to go?
This might look like a normal lesson, but these Year 9s are actually coming up with a plan to tackle one of London's biggest issues: pollution. Their school is just a stone's throw from the Olympic Park, and ever since plans to build 3 concrete factories near it emerged, they've been determined to stop it going ahead.
It could affect my family as well as me as well, and there's so many people that live in Newham as well. So if you think about it, there's like a lot of people that it could affect.
If the concrete's built, especially near the Olympic Park, there's going to be loads of pollution what's coming into the park.
If plans are approved, the factories would be built right next to the Olympic Stadium, and campaigners say as well as pollution, it would mean constant heavy traffic, with hundreds of lorries coming in and out of the area every day. The pupils have started an online petition that's got more than 11,000 signatures, but they're also taking it a step further and using algebra to make their case and show how the factories would affect air quality.
We're trying to apply that knowledge using the graphs and the algebra understanding we're using in the maths to make a report using our English writing skills that we are then going to send out to the local community and work with local residents.
And the teenagers aren't the only ones opposing the plans.
I know the land has been designated for industrial use, but I don't think, a concrete plant and asphalt is what was envisaged for the Olympic legacy. I think we need better and demand better from the local community.
Air quality is a huge problem in London, and the way it's affecting young people in schools has become a big concern. There are even some suggestions that schools should be fitted with carbon monoxide monitors, but that could mean that when pollution is high, students might be forced to stay indoors. Hope Cement, the company behind the proposals, haven't commented so far, but the London Legacy Development Corporation, who are in charge of the site, say their planning committee are due to make a final decision at the end of the month. Amelia Papadopoulos, BBC London News.